Welcome back to our special coverage 1 year after the deadly mass shooting at Annunciation Catholic Church and School in Minneapolis. As kids returned to class weeks after the shooting, art adorned the sidewalks. It was a message from their local community about their bravery heading back to class. Michelle Beck shares the story of how one artist's piece inspired an entire neighborhood.
In the shadows of dawn, Rachel Quanbeck
I got here about 6:30 this morning.
Is already on hands and knees. Her fingers are chalked with purpose.
Just know that there's still light. I think there's just so much darkness in the world, and especially here, that all of these kids and families have seen.
By the time the sun is up over the Annunciation School, the artist's message,
A future filled with hope.
will be ready to greet students by the doors.
Very right for the moment.
As of Tuesday, they're back on campus grounds, a first in 3 weeks.
I can only imagine what they're coming back to, knowing what happened here and seeing the things they saw that they should never have seen.
Hard to fathom, even by adults, was a shooting in the sanctuary.
I heard the sirens that day. Yeah, I live about a mile away from here.
But the grown-ups have brought back the symbols of childhood,
Hope it brings some smiles today.
adorning the school from the rear, the front, and the sides. Sidewalks, too, are now chalked by Annunciation's neighbors.
They walk by our houses every day, coming and going to school. So
Tiffany Tomlin-Kurtz and Chrissy Winden added their wishes onto the pavement.
They know they have this giant community around them supporting them.
Coming back today and this week, they can be with their friends, be with their teachers, be with the people who love them.
Guiding the dawn of Annunciation's new era are these words: the future is filled with hope.
Yeah, that's what I hope.
Michelle Beck, KARE 11 News, Minneapolis.
Well, from the moments after the shooting and in the year that followed, community support has been rock solid for Annunciation families, and that includes other places of worship. And at one of those places, there's a new tribute to the victims and the survivors. Jessica Hart shows us.
Finding light in the darkness
God bless you. Annunciation School
is something
God bless you always.
Father Kevin Finnegan preaches.
We'll always have this little symbol, in 100 years and 500 years, people say, why the color of those ribbons? And so we'll be able to remember the story.
There's a lot of emotions about, what this represents and why these ribbons are put here.
Renowned fresco artist Mark Balma brings light inside Our Lady of Grace Catholic Church, a place that acted as a shelter during a school's darkest day, where students Harper Moisky and Fletcher Merkel were killed.
The ribbons.
The day of the shooting was Dina Clapp's third day as Annunciation's Dean of School Culture.
Keep the light going, because the opposite of hope is despair. So for this to be memorialized with the year that has taken place is awe-inspiring and heart-filling.
I almost think of each one of them have a color. The vase almost becomes its own painting, and its own focal point in the fresco.
A tribute to Annunciation.
The blue and the green, they're very hopeful colors.
Colors that will lighten over time, because frescoes don't darken since the pigments become part of the wall.
And I think that's why the church chose it as an ongoing light, ongoing inspiration.
Even when times are dark, it's a reminder light will continue to shine. In Edina, Jessica Hart, KARE 11 News.
As Annunciation students and families cope, a new nonprofit is working to get them the mental health support they need. Live Up Project is bringing people together across the country to take on physical challenges over the next year, from half marathons to a triple Ironman. Ryan Katane shows us how these physical challenges are pushing people to take on other challenges surrounding the tragedy at Annunciation.
When they felt the ground beneath their feet shatter, families of Annunciation decided to hold on to the words of an African proverb.
When you pray, move your feet.
And move their feet.
And then we run.
And taking that prayer into action.
Matthew Sable and Luke Dwyer are now high school seniors.
Yeah.
They spent nearly a decade together in the halls of Annunciation Catholic School.
My mom actually taught him in kindergarten at Annunciation.
Matthew's mom, still a teacher, was inside the church 1 year ago when a shooter opened fire.
I just totally remember, the world felt like it stopped.
Luke's younger brother was also sitting in those pews.
And at that point, I thought the worst. And then I get the text that my brother's okay. And it was like a huge sense of relief. And my dad, he told me to just go give my brother a hug, and that's what I did.
Luke's brother and Matthew's mom weren't physically injured, but sometimes scars aren't seen, they're felt.
It's hard for him to get out of the house sometimes.
My heart breaks for everybody that was present at Annunciation that day.
Darby Vogt, a youth minister who attended Annunciation, now works closely with the students there. He knew right away those kids would need help and hope.
So let's be people of change.
Change, he says, that requires people to move their feet.
One.
So Darby,
Two.
along with dozens of others, are hitting the ground.
It has been so powerful to watch alumni from Annunciation and other adults across the country saying, hey, I want to participate in the Live Up Project.
The Live Up Project allows people to complete physical challenges to raise money for counseling and mental health care for students at Annunciation and beyond.
Many people are going to be doing their first marathon, their first Ironman, their first half marathon.
And in September, Darby will attempt something few people in the world have ever done.
One person is doing the triple Ironman. That one person is me. Yeah.
A 7.2-mile swim, 336-mile bike ride, and 78.6-mile run, all in one weekend, all for one cause.
You say, hey, I want to do something hard for a purpose.
I'm going to attempt the half marathon. I wouldn't call myself a runner.
And that, they say, is the beauty of this challenge. You don't have to be an athlete to push yourself to do something bigger than yourself.
Everything about this is uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable to run 26.2 miles. It's uncomfortable for people to talk about gun violence. It's uncomfortable to ask for donations every day and have to share why.
Luke and Matthew have been reminded of their why every day for the past year.
I try to be a source of light for him in all the dark moments.
And they have hope that now and for years to come, others will step up to move their feet.
This new school motto is guide our feet in the way of peace. I think that tracks perfectly for what the year has ahead of us and how we're going to move our feet and make action in the world.
Raya Katene, KARE 11 News.
Thank you for joining us for this KARE 11 News Now special, marking 1 year since the Annunciation shooting. Stick with the KARE 11 streaming app for the very latest on news and weather.